What is the best thing to do when you are in self quarantine? Obviously, you will learn chess and play chess. Right now, I'm in self quarantine, and you could sense the reason why I'm not touching it. But this is my quarantine setup right now for few days. Please bear me with the background and everything. We'll get back to the original setup soon. But whatever obstacles come in our way and whatever happens, the gedele. Just for fun. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Let's checkmate. And this is puzzles time. Welcome to episode number 2. In the previous episode, I've solved 10 puzzles, but this time I'm only solving 5 puzzles because of the time constraint and also because of the energy constraint. Yeah, and for my previous puzzles video, I got a very good response and I'm so happy for it. Thank you. So I decided not to stop this series. So let's dive straight into the puzzle number 1, and here we go. So black to move, and white just captured something here. I didn't see that it's attacking the queen. So what are the immediate threats? The immediate threat is white is threatening b7 or even b8 checkmate. So how can you stop that? Just think for a while. uh, there is a queen here, rook, and you could also check his white king, but knight is protecting that square, and you can't check here because queen is there. So just think, what is the best thing to do? Hmm, is it capturing the pawn so that he cannot give check here, but he can give check here, but you'll have some space for your king to move. So is that a move? Oh, or else you can deflect the queen from here. You can threaten it because if you give a check with the bishop on b4, then if queen captures, then queen to d1 is checkmate. If the queen doesn't capture, if the knight moves, then you can give a checkmate on d2, or else there is no other option for white. So let's try. I think it's bishop to b4 check. Yes, that's the right thing to do. But this knight is blocked. This knight came to c3, blocking the way, blocking the check. So now, yes, now what is the best move? You can't give a check here. You can't give a check here. What if you capture this? Yeah, now the knight came and lost the protection of this square. So queen to d2 is checkmate. Successfully we solved the first puzzle. And guys, please take care. Don't go to any crowded place. Just avoid getting the virus. Just a small suggestion. Let's go to the next puzzle. Now white to move. First thing, you are having only a rook and a bishop, but there is no place for the king to move. Obvious first move is rook captures on g6 check. The king cannot move here because the rook will be there. Can't go here because the bishop is there. The only place is for king to move is e7. Let's think about the second move later. First give a check, then king to e7. So what is the next move? So what is the next move? Is it rook to e6 check? If the queen captures, bishop captures, he will be up by a rook. I don't think that is a good idea. What if pushing the pawn and giving a check? I think that is the move. Yes, that's the move. And now rook to g8 is checkmate because king cannot come here. It is protected by the bishop. We've solved the second puzzle of the day. Let's go to the third puzzle. Okay, knight captured something on c8 and it's black to move. So what is the best move here? Oh, I think there is some queen sacrifice waiting for us. I think the move is queen captures on f2, because if the rook captures, you can move your rook to c1, and this rook will be pinned. It cannot go back to stop the check because the bishop is there on d4. And there is no place for the king to move. It can only the queen should come to d1 and block the check, and rook will simply take it. I think that is the move. Let's see. Yeah, queen sacrifice is the right move here, and rook to c1 is check, and queen came to block the way, and rook captures on d1 is checkmate. We've solved the third puzzle. We are going good. Let's go to the fourth puzzle. Okay, white to move here. Black just moved its rook to h8. So what's the best move? This is not so easy. The only move which is coming to my mind is rook to h4. But after rook blocking that, what's the other move? Is it queen to g5, threatening to capture, double attack on the rook, and also threatening checkmate here? Hmm, is that the move? What if rook first queen to h5? You will block with the rook, and you can capture it, and the king captures. Rook will come back, and you can capture the other rook, but still that's not the way. I think rook to h4. Yeah, the first move is right. It's rook to h4, and the rook blocked it. What is the next best move? Is it queen to g5? Let's think for a moment. You cannot give a check with the queen here and here because the pawn is protecting and the queen is protecting the squares. But I don't think there is no other way for black to stop me if I go queen to g5. Okay, let's try. Yeah. Oh, the move was right, but I did not think that rook can capture this rook. Did you see that? I was only thinking about the checkmate. Sometimes it happens, but there is a possibility here. There is a double threat of giving checkmate. You can still give a checkmate on g7, but still you need to think of all the possibilities when you are solving for a puzzle. Okay, so let's go to the final puzzle of the day. We have successfully solved four puzzles. Okay, so black to move here, and white played bishop to e3. So let's think, what could be the move? Is it queen to h3? If queen to h3, then knight can come here, and there is no other way to stop checkmate here. Is that the move? Let's try queen to h3. Yeah, that's the move. But there is a way for white to stop. White moved his queen to f3. Now, if you move your knight to g4, threatening checkmate here, white can stop it. White can stop it by queen to g2. Okay, so is there any way? I don't see any other good moves for black. Let's move our knight to g4. Yeah, the move is right. But when queen came to g2, stopping the checkmate, what is the best move now? That is the most important one to find out. Uh, okay, I think capturing the queen, and when king captures, then if the bishop captures this bishop, if the pawn captures the bishop, and knight to e3, forking the rook and the king, that is the only thought which I had in my mind. I think that is the solution for this puzzle. Hmm, or is there anything else? Okay, let's try. Queen captures the queen. Yes, that's the right move. And king captured. So, if you capture the bishop with the knight, you cannot fork king and rook because the pawn is there. So, first you need to capture the bishop with this bishop. And of course, the pawn did not capture the bishop because then knight comes there and forks the king and the rook. So first, white attacked, pushed the pawn to h3, attacking the knight. If the knight moves anywhere, then the pawn will capture the bishop. But what happens when you capture the pawn with the knight? You can do that. Yeah. So successfully, we have solved 5 puzzles for the day, and today we are so lucky we didn't spoil anything. We solved all the puzzles perfectly. That's a good thing. We are improving. So take care, guys. Have fun. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Bye.